I think every single time we've done a panic room about this like sort of topic, we always kind of end in frustration or just sadness. Like, well, anyway, guys, that's been a great episode, I guess. Like, we're so deflated after talking about it because we realize how backwards everything is right now. Like, we're so far behind the curve for this representation. It's crazy.
Yeah, and we had this topic yesterday where it just feels like we need more of this. Mm-hmm. We need more of a Miles Morales, right? Mm-hmm. Like this Miles Morales game was literally everything.
Yeah. I lay on the scale, you gotta glow. She had my attention, she gotta know.
I'd like to welcome everyone to another episode of Let's Get Podcast. I'm your host Zeke, and in this episode I have the host of the Panic Room podcast under the Panic Bros umbrella to speak about representation in gaming and nerd culture. You can find out more information about the Panic Room and the Panic Bros by clicking the link in the description below or going to all major platforms. I'd like to give a content warning for any strong language used in this episode, and hope you have a nice day and enjoy the show.
Alright, so I'd like to welcome you guys. Thank you for coming on the podcast.
Thank you.
So, first question.
This is our first ever time being like interviewed, by the way.
Yeah, together at least. Because I think you've had more interviews, but like more so on other people.
Yeah.
Like you've interviewed other people by yourself, but we never done any type of interview where it was both of us.
Where people want to know our origin story.
Yeah.
Panic Bros, the origin story by Zeke.
Yeah, it's the first time. So we appreciate that, Zeke.
No problem. So, with the origin story, guys can go. Anyone can go. Would your origin story be?
Yeah. I can start off.
Sure.
Yeah, so me and Simon were like really great friends since probably sophomore year of high school.
I think it blossomed junior, but we met sophomore.
Yeah, we met sophomore, blossomed junior. Mm-hmm. Then we had like a little
weird puberty in senior.
That's when puberty hit us in senior year.
Our relationship hit puberty because we both had the rebellious phase. We didn't talk for a while.
Yeah. That's true. But then like in college, like we only really talked we talked a lot.
Yeah, but it was like here and there. It was like every day.
And then only when you came back for the summer and for the winter, during college breaks, like it was, we always linked up.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until senior year of college. Actually, it was senior year of college.
It was senior year of college summer, right before we both started our first full-time gigs. Or I started mine. I don't know if you were working yet.
I was about to start a full-time gig, yes.
Yeah, we were both about to start full-time gigs. I was going to get flown out to Oregon to work for Nike, and I'm still working for Nike now. And you were going to stay here in New York. And I remember, I don't know if it was our share of passion in gaming or it was because we read that Blood, Swim, Pixels book. But there was I remember a clear moment where you and I were like, how come we just never work on the things we want to work on?
Yeah,
like,
much.
Do we really want to keep working at these jobs? And
pretty
both
much.
of us said no. But it sucks because it took us so long to realize that.
Yeah.
And that's when we started to work on what we have now, which is Panic Brothers.
Yeah. We kept on talking about it that last summer that we were together, just like this idea of how a podcast or how like anything could look like where we just share our nerdy passions. And when we talk about nerdy passions, we're talking about anime, video games, movies,
comics,
television. Like we really just needed an avenue of expression for that because that was so integral to our character. Like if I tell Simon right now, who's your father? He's going to say Mario. And if he asks me, I'm going to say Darth Vader. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it is.
When the fuck have I ever said that Mario's my dad?
Hypothetically, you would say that.
Link would be my dad.
That's true. My bad.
So
Goku was our uncle. And that's really what it is. Goku's our uncle. Shit. Out of all the characters you've ever talked about, now I'm blinking on everyone. Oh, I know Luffy is your brother by this point.
He has my kidney. I gave him my right one.
Yeah. I guess.
But yeah, we realized that we constantly have conversations similar in that nature, whether it's manga, anime, comics, stuff like that. And we decided, what if we start having conversations about that? But our first question I remember was, well, what makes it so different? What we thought was, let's just review really crappy real life adaptations of movies
It was video game. We wanted to do video game
Movies, right?
Movies.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like Super Mario and like
Super Mario Brothers was our first one.
Yeah.
Did you know that there was a Super Mario Brothers movie, Zeke?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good. I don't know. I fucking love it.
I can legit see the DVD from
wait,
here.
Zeke, can we curse?
Yeah.
We can?
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, we're good.
Yeah, because I curse like
I
sailor.
curse like a sailor.
We have like the Super Mario Brothers movie like right over there. It's like my good luck charm, I think. The Super Mario Brothers movie on DVD is like my good luck charm. But it was our first ever episode.
Mhm.
And that was a 2.5 hour episode.
Yeah, it was long because we didn't really understand what we were doing. We just sat there and just talked about the movie from beginning to end. We were like, let's start with the first scene all the way to the last scene. I don't know who the hell would watch that. Be like, oh, let me just listen to someone review frame by frame like the whole movie.
The thing is, I would watch that.
I would never.
Yeah, you wouldn't. That's the kind of shit that I like. Like if I'm at work and I'm like, oh, I need a podcast. And there was ever a podcast where I saw a 2.5 hour episode of the Super Mario Brothers movie.
I'm definitely not clicking
Let's
that.
go.
I'm deleting that. I'm actually deleting that. I'm blocking it on Spotify so I don't ever see it again.
That's me then. I don't know. I think our mantra was just that we just wanted to create content that we would listen to.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, after a while, we kind of realized that video game movies.
It's not what we really want to talk about.
Yeah, it's not. We did Super Mario Brothers. We did Assassin's Creed. We did
Pokemon, all of them.
Not all of them. We did the first 4 Pokemon.
A lot of
movies.
them,
Yeah. So the ones that matter. Yeah.
Yes.
What other video game?
I think
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Silent Hill, Sonic Hedgehog.
Silent Hill. Yeah.
And I think that was kind of it. I think at that point we realized, Josue, like it's cool that we have this. Like we had our podcast, we had YouTube, and it was coming together. But we both realized this is not what we want to do. Like I'm getting gassed out working on stuff I don't even want to do. Like it's not fun. So then we had kind of like our second revamp where we wiped the slate somewhat clean, and we were like, let's just talk about stuff we want to talk about. Yeah. So you would start talking about Kingdom Hearts characters, for example, or I would talk about Legend of Zelda news. And little by little, we started realizing, okay, there's something here. We didn't know what it was yet, but we knew it was something.
It was more passion.
Yeah, there was more passion behind it. You could definitely see with the Instagram, because you started working on the Instagram, and it started becoming something. It had our own theme, our own colors, our own takes on things. And then we came to another point where we were like, dude, like, what are we doing? Like, we're just grabbing YouTube videos and then grabbing the audio and putting it in a podcast. That's not real. It's kind of fake that we're just mimicking the same thing on a different platform. So we were like, we need to kind of find out what the conversation is on the podcast and what the YouTube is. And then we sat down and realized we need to, again, wipe the slate clean. And then recently, I want to say a month or two ago, we had our final revamp, which is where we started doing the logos, the styling, the website. We
actually went hard because our first, like when we made a logo, I don't know how you did it, Zeke, but I literally just downloaded a random font on Google, like that looked like video gamey, and just wrote Panic Bros. And that was it. And the thing is that I came to like this thought where I was like, what's stopping anybody else
from doing this?
From doing the exact same thing. Exactly. Download that font, write Panic Bros, and bam. And it's like, that wasn't exciting at all. So we actually put money behind graphic designers to make a logo for us, and to make an intro video, an outro video, sound for the podcast.
They made like audio kind of like clips for like an intro or outro, but it wasn't like anything in between the conversation. But we had stuff like that too.
Yeah, and then Twitch.
Yep, and then we started getting really into Twitch. We got like a streaming PC, and we started doing that. And little by little, we started realizing, okay, now we have categories. This is good. We have organization. We have our YouTube. We have our Instagram. We have our Twitch. We have our podcast. And each one of them has a different theme stylistically. They all have their logos. They all have their fonts. They all have their colors. And we're like, okay, now we have buckets. This is good. So then we started realizing now we can make our content with the idea behind what bucket does it go into. Oh, this is a discussion for YouTube. This is a discussion for the Panic Room, which is our podcast. Or this is a stream thing for Twitch. And at that point, we're like, okay, we're actually becoming something now.
Yeah.
And I think that's when the next conversation came up, which is my favorite conversation, was what good can we do with this?
Yeah.
And I think that's where the Panic Room came in. Where we were like, let's finally start talking about our people in this media.
Yeah.
POCs, whether that's Black, Asian, Hispanic, people like that in this media. We need to address it because no one's talking about it.
Yeah.
And that's what Panic Room became. Every episode so far has become some topic in that space, and we're both dedicated to keeping it like that because we think that's kind of the fortitude of what makes us very unique.
The YouTube became like still our expression of just super nerdy shit.
Yeah.
Like our YouTube, like I have like so many just extremely nerdy things, Zeke, that I just really want to talk about.
You can beat Thanos.
We have an episode. I have an episode that I want to do of just like characters that can beat Thanos. You know what I mean? Like that's all I want to talk about. And then I have other things in the works that like I just want to be so nerdy.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, it's the kind of shit that like I'm just embarrassed to like tell my coworkers about.
Yeah.
Like I'll tell them I have a YouTube. Oh, what's it about?
Nerd content.
It's about if the Power Rangers fought Thanos and they had a Megazord out, could they really do it? Or
so you got
or which Final Fantasy character has the best outfit? And it's like, do I want to say that to my coworkers? But then I'll tell them the podcast because like the YouTube just lets me super fucking nerdy and
unapologetic.
Because me and Simon have really nerdy talks. Like we're not even off the record. Majority of our talks are just some really, really weird shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like is Goku like? You know, I'm not gonna say.
We're not gonna get into it, but yes, we had those conversations, and that's what YouTube became. Yeah. And then our Panic Room essentially became a place for real conversation.
The Panic Room is like, how can we transform the nerdy conversations? And like Simon said, it's just for the greater good. Mm-hmm. And we have like some like recent episodes that we just recorded, and it was like about Black characters in anime.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we have a discussion on Latino superheroes,
mm-hmm.
Which are like two. Like there's none. Like there's none. Like there's barely any. Or any that really matter.
It's really bad.
Yeah, sad.
Mm-hmm.
Native American characters in video games. Like we're trying to like represent so many different strokes of the POC spectrum,
mm-hmm.
and like really try to like raise awareness and give a voice as to the lack of representation of us, of people of color in the entertainment that we consume.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I think that's really well put. That's kind of where we're at now. And I think those 3 revamps are crucial and definitely defined best how we got to the point we are now with Panic Brothers.
Yeah. And just an FYI, Miles Morales is my son. That's the point.
That's how the origin story ends.
That's literally, that's where the origin story ends. Oh, and we also completely forgot about the time that we were bitten by a radioactive Super Saiyan.
Yes, at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
Yeah. And we went to Namek for vacation, and then that's when we met Obi-Wan Kenobi.
There's a fanfic out there of this, you know that, right?
Who taught us Nen and Haki, and and oh shit, and I got
Stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, that probably puts it best.
Yeah. Yeah.
And with all of that, how would you represent it?
What was that?
How would you represent it? Would you like a documentary, a series, a book?
An anime. He's gonna say anime.
No, actually no. Because on a more serious note, I know we have other passions too that lie outside Panic Brothers. I know one time you discussed how cool would it be if there was a cafe arcade, for example. And I myself have always, and I still really want to really enter the video game development world. At the end of the day, I still want to develop video games, and I want to enter that market. And for me, I think it would be really sick if I can dedicate and demonstrate my origin through a video game outlet. I know that's kind of like near unheard of or kind of impossible to do, but I've always had just grand visions of if we can ever get to the point we can make our own development studio, why not just make Panic Brothers origin story of video game?
Dude, honestly, I've thought about that as like mimicking CD Projekt Red, which is the worst time to talk about them.
Yeah, not a good time to really bring that up.
Cyberpunk 2077 is the worst video game ever. But besides the point, like, yeah, I've always there was always been like this crazy dream of mine that I wanted to open up a video game arcade, like not a video game arcade, just like a barcade. Yeah, where people can come in. There's none in the Bronx, so I was like, I bet I would love to do it in the Bronx, and especially the Bronx because the Bronx has been actually really good to me and Simon. Like, we've had video game tournaments that were held in the Bronx. It was like Smash Brothers and Mario Kart. and like the turnout has been great, and they've provided some really great memories for the two of us.
Surprising turnout, honestly, man.
Yeah.
It was insane how great I was.
Yeah. You're only able to go to the first one.
Yeah, and that first one was the first one we ever pulled was insane.
Oh.
How many people showed up? 80 for like the total.
Just a good amount.
It was insane. I thought maybe like 10 people would show up, but a lot of people did, and they legit had a great time. There was positive vibes. No one got into any arguments or fights. It was a healthy environment, and it was awesome to see in the Bronx.
And the second one
was real.
Second one was even better, and like it got to the point where like people like came up to me because you weren't there.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
They came up to me, and it was just like these were like homies now. Like our Smash Brothers winner. Well, no, our Smash Brothers winner is different. Our Mario Kart winner. Like come out to me and he was just like, "How you doing, man? Yo, what's the next tournament, bro?"
Shout out to Vanessa. He is a homie. That dude is great at Mario Kart, and he's so freaking friendly. Oh my god!
I don't know how he's so good at Mario Kart. It's insane how good he is at Mario Kart. He hasn't played Mario Kart since he said he was like since the DS.
Yeah, and he was just killing everybody.
And he was cooking,
doing numbers,
bro. Like no problem, just laying back, just like everybody's like,
yeah, everyone was stressing, and he was like. So how much is in the pot? Like $200?
Dude, like everyone was kings, but he was a god. This is so random though. This is so like beyond what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I always thought it'd be so cool to mimic what CD Projekt Red does because they're a video game studio that is primarily a I'm blanking. What are they?
What do you mean?
What is CD Projekt Red? What's like their main place? Aren't they like they DVDs or something?
Oh, you mean like their origin before video games? Yeah, they worked on like CD kind of like manufacturing, I think.
Yeah, and that was like their main source of revenue. But like on the side, they decided to use that revenue to make video games.
Yeah.
And I always thought, that'd be so cool to like do for us.
Yeah, exactly.
And also like a quick little story. I also, for Simon's birthday last year, I actually did make a video game of this dude's life, but as an RPG with... and I sort of was trying to do like the story of his life, but in video game format. And I've only done the first 2 levels.
And it was hysterical.
I do plan on finishing it.
Had me fucking dying.
This guy will get his.
It was easily my favorite gift ever, and it showed me. I never told you this, but it showed me that you can truly make a video game of anything. Like video games don't have to always be action. They don't always have to be shooters. They can be anything you want to be. It is a art outlet.
Yeah.
So which is why I come back to our origin story. If I could, I would love to paint it through a video game lens, which I think is the perfect way to describe it.
You had a better time with my video game than Cyberpunk.
Yes. In the first 5 seconds, I was having a lot more fun with yours.
Yeah, I made a video game. That took a while too. That was not easy to do.
It's not easy to do video game development, which is why it's so crucial to have a funding like Panic Brothers as the base board to spring off of.
Yeah, and it was just fun. Like making your video game was just like so.
I imagine.
Every time I was working on like every line in my video game for Simon was a joke, like every line, and I would just make the game, and I was just like, I was laughing making it, and I know when he finally played it, it was like it was literally a constant laugh, and like I was just like, yo, that would be so great just to do that, like maybe not laughing when we make our actual video game, but just like that same good energy, not no pressure that CD Projekt Red. We're just bashing. Why are we bashing Cyberpunk?
You're the one that keep mentioning it. I'm not. I haven't mentioned it at all.
Well, I'm bashing Cyberpunk so much in this. I'm so sorry. But besides the point, just bringing that good, positive energy in everything that we do is and really
showing
crucial.
our face, which is a face not really shown much in this kind of environment. You don't see Latinos much, so
yeah. It was really important that we wanted to really also speak for POCs as a whole, but really just talk about Latinos also. Like we're both Latino. I'm Puerto Rican and Simon is Dominican, and we really try to like bring that flavor into our discussions as much as we possibly can. Like we had just so many jokes where we just talk about Puerto Rican like artists during our streams. It's mainly me, but still,
it is you all the time.
It's always me. But like it's like just trying to bring that flavor and stuff and like that side of things that we don't really see in
anywhere else really in the video game space.
Anywhere else, but he would have that as his representation. I would love to have an anime. Fuck it, have an anime where
I'm laughing because it's on brand. Like it's still on brand if we did an anime.
But like have some supernatural element to it. Also, I still want a supernatural.
Make it a mystery, kind of like Supernatural, or like a.
I don't know, but as long as like my power
you
is
have
like
keys.
fire.
You just want powers. That's what it is.
Yeah, I just want power. And as
Our
long as
origin
I can
story was
control
just powers.
I don't really care.
Yeah, I think that's the best way we would probably show our origin, though.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Nice. There's all that. It seems like a lot of passion and everything. So with like anime and like nerd culture, what really put you guys into it at the beginning?
Is that more so a personal question or more so how did the Panic Brothers kind of get into that space?
Could be both.
Okay. Well, I would speak personally, I think, for both of us. I mean, many people our generation, I think, just grew up with watching Toonami and stuff like that. It kind of got into the whole anime space. Not just that, but a lot of us grew up with Nintendo classic hits just growing up. So the GameCube was huge and the N64 was huge. So we kind of had that backbone. But a lot of people tend to grow out of that phase, and I think video games are kind of for children. And we never kind of grew out of it. We always thought it's more than just a children thing. It's a great outlet. Whenever I've been stressed, I know video games have helped me a lot. I know it's helped you a lot. Anime has helped me a lot too when I've been really down in the dumps and helps cheer me up. And it just paints a really good story that I don't see much in shows nowadays. So I never really have left that space. So to make Panic Brothers and not talk about video games and anime is just completely stupid because that's our personality. That's who we are. If we didn't talk about it, we're lying to ourselves.
Yeah. It literally shaped us. Yeah. Like growing up, I mean, this is mad personal, I guess, but I didn't have like a ton of friends growing up. So like my mother also, even if I did have friends, my mother wouldn't let me out of the house.
Yeah.
So she was like, you're coming straight home. So I would go like straight home, or I have a babysitter, right? And at the babysitter's house, it was just all women. And like, it was just like, I just want to play video games. Like, so like literally if I would go straight home, the only thing I had for me at home was like Mario or like Dragon Ball Z game or like anything. Like it literally shaped me. So like sometimes when I literally say like, I took a class at my college, which was the same college as Zeke. But there was a class where we were talking about, we had like an opportunity to talk about any company, but we had to give like an in-depth analysis of this company as to why they started, how they're doing, what's their main source of revenue, this, that, and the third. And I decided to do a company that I was about to start working at that following summer. But then someone else started talking about Nintendo. And he came up and talked about Nintendo, and I was
like, you were just like, I wish that was me.
First of all, I wish it was me. Like, why didn't I think of that? And two, I'm like, this is gonna be a good 10 minutes.
You're like, all right, let me strap on it.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna relax, and this is gonna be good. And like at the end of it, the professor was like he's like, apparently he never heard of Nintendo, or maybe if he did, it was like very little.
Okay.
So he's like, so why do you pick this? Like, it's so interesting. Why did you pick this? I never heard of this. And that last slide was like the entire cast of just like Nintendo characters. And he was like, professor, like, I'm not gonna lie, like he said the same thing I just said. I didn't have a lot of friends growing up. I would go straight home and play Nintendo. He didn't say that. He said, this is literally my family.
Oh man.
Like, and he said that, and I was like, wow, I relate to that so hard. Like, I didn't have a big family. I didn't have like a ton of friends. I go home and it was just Mario was there for me, bro. And I was just like, this is my homie. This is like my son. Like,
I'm glad you mentioned that because like Zeke asked, like, why exactly is Panic Brothers kind of circled around that? How did you guys get to that point? That's a good example because look what happens when people do that. Look at that kid who did take the step and said, I'm going to talk about Nintendo because it means a lot to me. Someone in the crowd, you was like, I mean, yeah, it's the same for me. How come I didn't think of that? A lot of us have passions for this stuff and think it shouldn't be a passion. When people talk about what are your passions, people stray away from saying video games or anime because it sounds like a leisure activity. Like, oh, that can't be a real passion.
Yeah.
But people are passionate about it. And if Panic Brothers can be an outlet where we show that passion, that helps other people emit the same passion and talk about that topic. Without us or people like us, people will always think that anime and video games are just things you pick up as a kid and you're never supposed to talk about again. A taboo.
Yeah.
And I think it's very important that we show our passion for that in everything we do in Panic Brothers.
Yeah. We represent a community that just didn't have anything else. Like, we represent a community that just didn't fucking have I
didn't have skiing on the weekends with my parents.
You didn't? What?
The weekend was me and the GameCube.
Yeah.
And minimal conversation with my folks after they just clocked out of a 9-hour shift. That was my weekend.
Yeah. And like your parents are just like, you okay? And you're like,
Yeah, I'm playing Sunshine.
oh, okay. I don't know what the fuck Sunshine is. What the fuck is Sunshine?
He seems happy.
Yeah, he's okay. He's doing well. Same thing with me, bro. Like my mom would just like comes home. You okay?
He's fine.
Are you okay, mijo? Oh, yeah. I'm doing well, bro. I'm doing well. I'm kicking it. Not like Smash Brothers, man. Like was like shit. I used to wake up at 6 a.m. before school
Just to get a couple
just to
minutes
unlock
in.
some characters, and like, oh my god, those are some of the fondest memories I have. And to this day, like when there's nothing else, like when I need to get away from the world, whose world do I go to? I go to Mario's. I go to
Final Fantasy, Zelda, Kingdom Hearts, just all these titles we love, we can just disappear from it, no matter how old I am.
The only one that's weird is that I go to Spider-Man's world, and it's like the same world. I can go outside and I go to the same world that Spider-Man goes to, but for some reason I just want to experience it as Spider-Man. Miles Morales stresses out the same things about that we do, but I want to.
But he's got to deal with it, not me.
Yeah, exactly. He literally says like, "Yo, how come my people always getting destroyed?" Like,
and you're like, "Wow, I should be able to relate to that."
Wow, maybe I should do something about that. I'm gonna just do it as Miles Morales instead. It's cooler. But yeah, that's how nerd culture is to us. And and once again, when we came to the topic of like a podcast, it's like, why wouldn't we talk about that? Like that is us. Like we already deal with everything else. Like we deal with. I have this person to talk about like business ventures with, or have that person to talk about relationships with. Like I need a source for this aspect of my personality, of my life, which is so huge and humongous to me. Mm-hmm. So that's what Panic Bros is.
Yeah, essentially.
Nice. I guess we can relate. My mother being overprotective, like you're not going outside, stay home. She's like, I bought you all these video games so you can stay home and be happy. Mm-hmm. And then that's where it came from.
Bro, why are parents like this, man?
Honestly, though, it is better than us, I guess, like, I don't know, like picking up drugs, I guess.
Gangbanging?
I guess that they're assuming that we're going to go outside and pick up a crack addiction.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure if I went out with friends as a kid, I still wouldn't
fine.
gangbang.
No, yeah. I'll be, oh, wait, what?
I'm gangbanging. I'm not doing that. But she still thinks she failed because I listened to Bad Bunny and Drake. She still thinks she's failed as a
you watch
parent.
anime in a different language.
Yeah, dude. Like, so I don't win. I just don't win.
You don't win, bro.
But yeah. And then like that passing, so with that, Miles Morales just came out, and I felt a certain way when I first heard about him in high school. I was like, oh, it's a Black Spider-Man? That's lit. Mm-hmm. I like that.
Dude, and the thing about Miles Morales is that he's half black, half Latino. So he meant also just so much to us at the same time as well. Like first off, having a POC in general as like a humongous character is big. And then he's half black, so big for the black community. Like holy shit, it's Spider-Man. That's a black Spider-Man. And at the same time, for us,
he's Hispanic.
Oh shit, a Latino Spider-Man. Let's go. Holy shit.
Me and Josue streamed Miles Morales, I think a week after it came out on Twitch.
You played it later than I did. By the time you started playing it, I already beat it.
Exactly. I think it was 1 week after the release. You already beat it, and that was my first time playing it, and we were streaming it. And the first, I think, 40 minutes or so, you kind of go through Miles Morales' house. You're already aware of this, probably, Zeke. But people who don't know, that's kind of what happens at the game. And seeing the Puerto Rican house for us was insane. I was like, I've never seen a game studio put so much love into the attention of the food, the music, the decoration.
I'm about to cry right now,
the
dude.
Spanish. It was there was locrio de pollo on the kitchen table. I've never seen that in a video game ever. And seeing it made me go, oh my God, this is it. Dude, this is what I've always wanted to see.
I called I told my mom, I'm like, Mom, look at this. And she's like, what? I call my boss. My boss is Puerto Rican. And I was like, yo, look at this shit. And then she was like, what? Yo, it's so big.
It's
bro.
huge. And I don't think a lot of people understand how big that scene was for us. I think a lot of people kind of went by like, oh, it's pretty cool. It's pretty Spanish. And you're like, no, it's more than just that. It's
It
way
literally
more than that.
felt like the Puerto
Home.
Rican
It felt like home. It felt like home. And I love that so much. I legit felt like my mom was cooking in the kitchen. That's insane.
It didn't feel like I don't know. I can't even think of other houses in video games. But the first thing I'm thinking of is like GTA 5.
Yeah, but that was nowhere.
Yeah, when you go
to
to Michael, was that his name? The rich dude.
Yeah, no, Michael was. I think Michael was the rich dude. Yeah.
Yeah, you go to his house. I can't relate to that shit.
I'm like, oh hey, my 10 car garage. That that's me.
That's what I want to be, I guess. But Miles Morales was the first time that I was like, that was the closest that it just felt like that's a New York City home right there, dude.
Yes. It painfully was accurate to the T on what it's like to be in one of those, like, I don't know, 5-story apartments you probably find in Harlem. Like, it really felt like that. So nice.
It means the fucking universe, man. Just to have a character that, like, just represents this underrepresented community.
Yeah.
We need more Black heroes, more Hispanic heroes, more Asian heroes. Like, fuck.
That's so good.
Man.
You okay there?
It pisses me off, and I know it pisses Simon off.
I think every single time we've done a panic room about this like sort of topic, we always kind of end in frustration or just sadness. Like, well, anyway, guys, that's been a great episode, I guess. Like, we're so deflated after talking about it because we realize how backwards everything is right now. Like, we're so far behind the curve for this representation. It's crazy.
Yeah, and we had this topic yesterday where it just feels like we need more of this. Mm-hmm. We need more of a Miles Morales, right? Mm-hmm. Like, this Miles Morales game was literally everything. Mm-hmm. The exaggerated swagger of a Black teen needs to be featured more often in gaming. Lord almighty. Fuck GameSpot. Anyways, but you know, it feels like people will say, like, if we were to say we want more of that, people would just say, but you have Miles Morales. What are you talking about?
You got Black Panther. You should be happy, right?
Yeah, Black Panther. You good, right? That's all you need. That's all you need. Black Panther. Now give me back my white heroes.
It doesn't work like that.
No, bro. You kidding me?
Like that. That's why we're so passionate about it, because we just want to keep pushing. I feel like if you and I and everyone else who has this kind of conversation stopped, then those people, the butt people, would have their way. It's like, all right, bet no one's talking about it. Seems like Black Panther was enough. All right, moving on. Mm-hmm. And they can just dally, just do a bunch of white people stuff.
Miss Marvel is coming out, and that's the first time that I think the black community, the South Asian community is finally, and the Muslim community also, is just getting this W. Like, they're like, finally, damn! And I'm excited for that.
I can't imagine what it's like to be them right now. They're like,
yeah, I know. I have a lot of like South Asian friends, and I know they're worried. They're like, I hope they do us right.
Yeah,
and I know that feeling.
Mm-hmm. I know it's like this might be just the worst.
It could easily be the worst. It could just easily be like that Cyberpunk 2077 character. Have you played Cyberpunk 2077? Zeke?
You keep shitting.
Not yet.
Not yet. There's a Spanish character in the game, right?
What is his name, man?
He's Jamie.
Oh, I think you might have got it. I think it may be Jamie. I think you got it right in the head.
Starts with a J.
Yeah.
And this character is a pendejo, Zeke. You want to know why he's a pendejo? Because he says pendejo every sentence.
He has moments where it's good because he has actual, like, similar sense structure to what you see from a Hispanic person. But then they just overuse words like pendejo. Constantly. And it's like, okay, we get it. Like, you're kind of just now dancing a little too deep in the, hey, remember, he's Hispanic. It's like, okay, we get it. Like, yes, you don't have to pray on it.
Pendejos don't talk like that. Hispanics don't talk like that.
Pendejos don't talk like that.
Hispanics don't say pendejo every other sentence.
I can't remember the last time my dad even said the word pendejo.
Yeah. My mom probably like whispers it under her breath. No, but this character literally says it every other sentence.
It's insane.
Yo, pendejo's up ahead.
He literally says 3 What?
Let's take him out. Hey, those motherfuckers, those are pendejos. Like, oh, what?
We should have named our main character Pendejo. That'd be funny.
Pendejo D. decomps.
Stop. I know where you're going. Stop right here.
Anyways, that's an inside joke. My bad. But like, imagine if like, and that's like a curse word. Like the Latino character just has to say a curse word. Imagine a black character, like, oh, we have a black dude. Hey, motherfucker, what's going on? Oh, three motherfuckers up ahead.
Samuel L. Jackson just constantly what? Why?
It's like, oh, that's a good representation of black people. Yeah,
thank you for that. Yeah, you did a good job.
The fuck? You kidding me?
So
Jesus
bad.
Christ, man, give us actual fucking representation. Like, we don't need to say pendejo every other sentence. We say pendejo, yes. But shit, we don't say it every 2 seconds.
Our identity is not using the same Spanish word constantly. Like, to sprinkle in the fact that, hey, white people, be Spanish.
I say puto more often.
Do you really? I never say puto.
If I do say,
puto's aggressive, bro. Like,
I'm gonna say puto over pendejo.
Yeah, that's true.
You gotta bleep all this out. I'm so sorry, Zeke. God.
Yeah. That's kind of why we're so mad about it. It's stuff like that.
Just give us the right representation. I know once I see Miss Marvel, and I'm hoping it's a W for that community, I'm gonna get hyped. I'm gonna be like, holy shit, this character feels like someone I could have went to high school with. Because I went to high school with like a predominantly South Asian. Me and Simon did. Yeah. We both went to a predominantly South Asian
Shout out
high
Bronx
school.
Science.
I can imagine. I can't wait to just be like, yo, damn.
This is accurate.
Yeah, I feel like this is accurate based on other homies that I was homies with. Exactly. So that's gonna be. I hope that's a W. I hope whenever like Shang-Chi comes out, that's gonna be a W for the Asian community, the East Asian community, and so on and so forth. And we just get more and more movies like that. Coco was a W for us.
Yeah, Coco was huge.
Coco was.
So that was such a good movie, man.
I cried like a bitch, bro.
Yeah,
like a
that was.
Bitch.
And guess what? In Coco, they didn't use pendejo that much. I don't think at all.
Ever. Hey, yo, that.
But you see the difference, right? They never once said pendejo.
Hey, yo, mi abuela Coco.
Se pendeja.
Es una pendeja. Like, oh, okay.
Cool. All right, let's move on with the plot. Fuck, man. No. You hate Cyberpunk so much.
Hey, I hate Cyberpunk, man. I'm getting more and more angry the more I talk about it.
All right, on the side note, Jose looked like Punch Man with the yellow sweater. I just realized that.
I'll take that. I'm also balding, so I'll take that also.
You might as well go all the way and just commit to it now.
Just commit to it.
Just go bald and
get that One Punch Man look going on and rocking it. I'll take that W any day. Because right now my balding is like Vegeta. So
I think it's not to come at you, bro, but it's worse.
It's worse than Vegeta's?
It's worse than Vegeta's.
That's OD because Vegeta's got it bad.
Bro, you got it bad.
No, I know I got it bad, but Vegeta got it worse.
You got it bad, bro.
No, yo, that's OD. Don't be like
Take
that.
off the hat. We'll show.
Take it off?
Take it off, bro.
All right now. I just know I'm balding bad, all right? I've been balding since I was 18.
I must say 8. I'm like, damn, bro.
Maybe, actually. Everyone in my family, every Latino is balding.
Oh, yeah. It's really hard to find a Latino that doesn't bald.
Haven't you been balding?
Yeah, but not like you at all.
You got a big forehead.
You see but everyone in my family has a big forehead. That's nothing to do with balding. It's true.
That's like your family bloodline ability.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not lying. Legit, we all got big foreheads.
And us, it's balding at like a super young age. And like trying to find ways around it. My brother just kept letting it grow out. My dad had a big ass afro, and he's like, it's like going out, but he had an afro anyway.
Just huge.
Like never cuts it. He just never cut it. That's how it is for me. I'm just
anyway.
This is such a tight topic.
But yeah, I'm playing Miles Morales, and I heard in Spanish like that's the New York I know. This here Spanish randomly out of nowhere. It's like,
that felt so real.
Yeah. And now it's like we had a conversation where we were like, yo, fuck Peter Parker. Miles Morales is our new guy. Meanwhile, it's so funny because
anytime you show up on the screen, it's like, okay, I get it, but like, can you give more screen time to Miles Morales?
Yeah, we're done with you, bro. Peter, we're done. I'm so tired.
I get it. You're Spider-Man. Okay, come on.
Meanwhile, at the same time, it's like
it's also he's my boy.
Yeah, that's my son. Only Peter Parker fans can shit on Peter Parker.
Yeah,
like I still 100%. Fuck with Peter Parker. If anybody came in, it's like New York. Like we can talk shit about New York because we're from here.
But if you're not from here, you talk shit about it. It's like you don't get to say anything. Get out of here.
Shut the.
You moved here,
pendejo. You kidding me? Don't talk shit about us. It's like how I feel about Peter Parker. Oh, fuck Peter Parker. Don't talk shit about him, but fuck him. Fuck Peter Parker. Miles Morales is my new daddy.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my mom play the game tonight. I'm like,
Your mom's playing.
Your mom's
the game?
playing it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up.
God.
I cannot get my parents to play that. They'd be like, Mijo, I gotta cook dinner. I don't know what this
Your
is.
parents are so stuck in Speed Racer. Speed Racer, the game. They'll be like, hey, pendejo, you don't know anything. You don't know nothing about this shit. You don't know nothing.
My parents go nowhere near PS5.
They don't know what a PS5 is, bro.
They thought I brought in a fan. I brought the PS5 with me home, and they thought it was a fan. They're like, "Oh, that's a pretty cool fan." I'm like, "This?"
It's a $500 fan.
And they're like, "Yeah, that's a fan, right?" I'm like, "Why? What makes you think this is a? What do you see a what? Like, what is it? It's a PS5." Like, "Oh, they're still making those." I'm like, "Yeah."
Oh, it's a Nintendo? That's a Nintendo?
Turn off the Nintendo. You're gonna be late. I'm like, "It's not a Nintendo, Mom. I don't care. Turn it off."
You know, like there's a picture. I think the coolest picture I've ever seen of my dad is, and I was going through my photo albums, and it was a photo of my dad playing Street Fighter 2.
I remember you told me about this, yeah.
Dude, and I was just like, I don't know what it is about old cameras, just like the way they capture
nostalgic
things.
look, yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like, he had like an afro going on, and my dad's just playing like Street Fighter 2, and I'm like,
this is it.
how come no one took a picture of me playing this shit, man? Like, but the thing is, he was wearing like a tight shirt with the chain and everything, and like a mustache.
The most Puerto Rican look.
So Puerto Rican, and me, it would be like a tight like band shirt from high school with tight pants on, and it's like, you know what? No one needed.
I think it's better that your dad got the picture.
Yeah, my dad got the picture, not me. I know it's supposed to be me playing Luigi's Mansion. And it's like no one, it won't be looking as cool. Like
you have a jewel stain like on your freaking shirt, just sitting on your couch with pizza like crust all over your stomach.
With
like,
the monster can. With the monster. God. Modern Warfare 2, just running it with a giant Pac-Man shirt that I had. I don't know where that shirt is.
Man, we were so swagless when we were freaking kids playing that thing.
Yo, there was a picture of Simon in sophomore year of high school.
About this. We don't have to talk about it.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about it.
Don't.
But just know that there's a picture that exists.
Stop right there.
It's pretty bad.
You stop right there. We don't talk about it.
It's pretty bad.
Thanks, Josue.
Yeah.
Thanks, Josue.
If you ever upload these to YouTube,
thanks, Josue.
This is when you put that.
Thanks, Josue.
You sent it to me secretly, like, here.
Yeah, and to be fair, I have a ton of pictures. Like, there's a photo album of me on Facebook that you can go through, Zeke, because I think we're friends on Facebook. Like, I hate you. My straightened hair album. It's just photos of me with straightened hair.
You have an album of it? Why do you have an album of it?
And the thing is, I don't delete photos because I'm like the mindset that's like, listen.
Wait, we have an album of it though?
I have.
Why'd you make an album?
I don't know.
That's so weird to me that you're like, the album is just me with straight like Hot Topic hair.
And the thing is, I should delete it. Any normal person would delete it. But I'm just like, you know what?
How long did it get to? Did it get to past your eye? No, right? You got only to like a
Oh no, it went to like.
Oh, it actually went down. So I had like the emo cut with the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought that was cool.
I'm pretty sure you did.
Yeah. What's the next question, Zeke?
I don't even know. Let me think of it.
Gotta think about this one.
He's looking at the picture right now. Oh, where? Yeah, let me just look up that question real quick.
You can put this over under YouTube. Just you could show that.
So with all the gaming and nerd culture, it's cool that it became popular in the recent years. I was like, oh, that's lit. And I had like a told story before how I talked to one of my students doing the summer program. He was reading a manga. And I was like, I made it. I went through everything. I was bullied for this, so you can like.
Bro, there was,
that's real.
One of the worst memories for me, and it wasn't even of me.
What?
Dude, there was a kid that I was in my class in middle school, elementary school. The thing is, he was bullied nonstop for this stuff.
For liking anime and stuff?
Yeah, and I had to keep quiet about it. You know how many times he wanted to talk about Pokemon?
And everyone said, shut the fuck
up. With anybody. Yep. And I knew about Pokemon, dude. Like, I played any new Pokemon game that came out, GameStop, day one, Pokemon Diamond right there. You know what I mean?
I remember the cringiest memory for me was middle school. There was two other friends who also watched Naruto. when I was growing up, and we all did Naruto play fights.
Oh, dude,
Where
those player fights are too real.
Yeah. Those are cringy, dude. I remember I was Naruto. One of them was Neji, and he kept doing the 8 gram, the 16 gram, and he kept doing that. And I remember we'd do these fights, and like people would look at us. And after the first time we did it, everyone would stop roasting. It's like, you guys are the biggest fucking nerds. You really just pretend to be Naruto outside. And then I remember for the rest of middle school, I had to keep my mouth shut and never bring up anime ever again because I immediately got clowned for it. And it's shit like that. People just immediately getting shat on, which is why I need to do what we do now in Panic Brothers. If we make it look hot and dope to be one of these people, many more people like me as a kid will continue to do those play fights. And that's perfectly fine.
Dude, if I saw because I had a play fight like that where it was Kingdom Hearts. Like I was Sora and the friends were Heartless and they had to run away from me. And
how did you sell that? Like I can be main character, you get to be the nobodies.
They offered.
They offered it?
I don't know. So I wasn't even like I wasn't like, all right, I'm the main dude. No, they were like, okay, be Heartless. And it was like tag, but like instead of tag, it's like I had to hit them with my Keyblade. You know? And like it's just like if my kids, you know how many times like this is so sad, Zeke, but this is me being 100% real. There'll be so many times where I'll be home and like I would like enact like reenact like scenes from like Dragon Ball, but like me. I would like be Goku and Frieza at the same time, like, hey Goku.
Everyone did that.
Yo, by myself in my room.
I did the same, especially in my head. A lot more in my head than it was in person, but still happened.
No, like I would do that. Like I would literally act it out. And I remember my mom would just be like, "Are you okay?" I had no siblings, bro. Like fuck off. like it was just me by myself. So I would be Goku doing the shit, acting, being cool and shit. And like, dude, that was our reality, man. And it's just like, if I saw my kids doing that when I finally have kids, that's a W to me.
It's awesome. I would be concerned if they did it still at the age of 25. But if they're kids, maybe, by all means, I let your imagination go wild. I'm not going to suppress your imagination.
I'm going to join those. I'm going to join them, though. I'm going to be like, oh, y'all playing
what y'all know about this?
Beat up your kids. That's how I know you're Dominican, bro. That's how I know you're Dominican. Nah, no, I would be like, I feel like if my kids were like being like playing like pretend Dragon Ball, I'm in there. I'm like, all right. Vegeta, dog. I got the balding hair already. I'm Vegeta. And then my kids are gonna be like, no, Dad, you're Krillin.
I'm Vegeta.
I want to be Vegeta. Like, Dad, you have no hair.
You start crying.
You have no. I'm Vegeta. And like they just roasting the shit out of me, and I'm like, I hate y'all.
It's just like your childhood all over again.
Yeah, exactly. No dinner for y'all. Y'all ain't eating dinner. No food for the next week.
Oh my god, that'd be so funny if they just clown you. Oh my god.
Like, what am I gonna do as Krillin, bro? And my son is Goku.
Throw a frisbee.
Destructo disc. Fucking Destructo disc him.
Just walking out of the air.
Yeah, hell yeah. Shit.
Oh man, that's funny. How did we get here again?
I don't know. That's what I was thinking. Like, how did I start talking about that shit?
But it's real. That's what we want. We want to embrace that culture.
Exactly.
Yeah. People like writing novels when they're kids. Not write novels, but people dream of writing novels. Some people dream of becoming a basketball player. Some people want to become a cosplayer. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing
Do
wrong.
Cosplay. Shit. Shouldn't be
just don't make it look. Don't make it trash. Don't make trash cosplay. That's all it is.
Just don't make shitty cosplay.
Don't be a shitty. If you're gonna be a basketball player, just don't be a shitty basketball player. You know what I mean? Like you gotta train for that shit.
I do like that a lot. I think that's really good parenting style of like you can do whatever you want, but just make sure whatever you do, don't half-ass it.
Yeah.
Really commit.
Do 100%.
Yeah.
You want to be a cosplayer?
You better.
I'm gonna get you the shit.
You better be good at it.
Be good.
Yeah.
I want to look at you and I want to see.
I better not be able to tell that's actually my son.
Yeah. You want to be a Power Ranger? Bet. I will drop $1,000 right now and get you a legit Power Ranger outfit. We're just not going to go to Party City.
The concept of you as like in the living room judging him like, this could be better.
This could be better. I would literally
just
be like,
constantly just rating
you
him
can
like,
be a better cosplayer.
you could do better than
Or
this.
they want to be a professional gamer? Bet. But if I see your KD ratio drop below a certain point, you're not my son. That's all it is. You want to be an accountant, be the best goddamn accountant you ever want to be. You want to be
trying for it is all I want to aim for, honestly, man. I just want people to know they should be able to be tried.
That's you better just do what you got to do. And I don't want to knock down any road because we're literally at a point where like you can make money doing whatever the fuck you want to do. Anything. And I learned that the minute that a YouTuber was making mad money just cutting shit with a knife. And
is he still making videos? He is, right?
I don't know, but no matter what, I know he made millions off that shit
easily.
So like
the 8-year-old.
That 8-year-old that reviews toys?
He just plays them.
He just plays toys and he's a millionaire.
He plays with toys?
He's like an 8-year-old like millionaire. Like the money goes to the parents, but it's
imagine that life. That's what we did as a kid. He's just getting paid for it now.
And my mom told me to go to college.
Wait, what?
No, my mom told me to go to college instead of playing.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think I still go to college, but it's like, honestly, if I can go back in time, man, if I knew what video games were going to be, I would have decided just like.
I would have started streaming very early. Holy crap. I've been streaming from day one. I've been on that ASAP. Streaming looks like the funnest job ever right now.
Oh, dude, honestly. So many times I'm like I'm a big like Kingdom Hearts guy. I'm not sure if you play Kingdom Hearts, Zeke, but there were like there was like a moment where like all the top Kingdom Hearts YouTubers got invited to try out Kingdom Hearts 3 early. And I was just like, that could have been me if we started Panic Bros like 5 years
early,
ago.
Yeah. That would have been a nice life.
And we got invited. I know that's like easily top 5 moments in my life.
You've been just going nuts.
Oh my God. I would have cried. I would have, like, if I got that letter in the mail, and if you got a letter in the mail from Mr. Miyamoto saying
you're invited to a personal private event for the new Zelda game, I'd be like, oh.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you bought your mom a house. It doesn't matter. That's
my first kid. Still this. Frame that invitation up in my living room.
Like, Dad, I got an A on this. I don't give a fuck.
Has Miyamoto ever invited you to anything?
Yeah.
He invited me somewhere.
Have you ever been invited to a private Zelda party?
Loser.
That's why I feel like this guy Toby Fox feels. Toby Fox, the guy who made
Undertale?
Undertale. That's how I know he must be feeling like.
Yeah.
He's like, have you ever played Smash Brothers with Sakurai?
Oh, no.
No? And don't talk to me. I'm above you. That's how that's all we want.
Oh man.
No, I'm kidding. Not as aggressive. But this gives you an idea of what like some of our own personal goals look like.
Absolutely.
Man.
Yeah, PS5. I didn't get one yet. Like I had it.
That was your takeaway from all that.
I just love that realization. Yeah, the PS5. Yeah, I still don't got that.
I haven't got one yet.
I luckily got mine, man.
Bob?
I had it in my cart, but then I was like, I only had $500 to my name. This is a good investment.
It was either go broke or just not have the PS5.
Just to do what though? Like let's say you did buy the PS5
and you can't afford a video game.
I can play PS4 games now on my PS5.
Play Astro's Playroom, which is actually a really fun game for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, great. I spent $500 on a 5-minute game.
It's the experience.
Yeah, Simon has a PS5. I don't have one.
I got really lucky on mine. I got it on Amazon like the moment it came out. I don't know how, but
I don't know how you got it. Yeah, honestly, I'm not even bothered by it. I'm still playing PS4 games and I'm still enjoying it.
Yeah, it's not the worst, honestly. There's way worse things to be worried about than getting PS5 right now.
If Miles Morales was a PS5 exclusive, that would have been the.
I would have been mad. But like,
oh my God.
Oh, what? I just can't play this? That's nice.
Oh, y'all losers can't do it? Peasants. Like, that's how you would have been like.
Oh, yo, so you haven't played yet? That's crazy. I'm really enjoying myself.
And we're gonna be hitting you up like, do they speak in Spanish?
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Get the game, you might know.
I hate you, man. I hate this guy.
Maybe buy the game and find out.
buy the game, you broke ass.
You just have the copy with no PS5.
I hate this guy.
It'll come eventually. You guys will get it. I think maybe around April they'll have enough for everybody, to be honest.
And even then, I feel like I still
You're not missing out on much between January and April.
I gotta wait for like that first real exclusive for me to be like, I need to get a PS5 right now.
Oh shit, I'm at 5%. Let me move to the max charger.
Yeah. Give us a second.
Oh man.
I'm thirsty, actually, also. I've been talking too much.
I guess I'll pause it.
Okay, cool.
Never used to that, man.
All right, cool. And then speaking of Kingdom Hearts, I remember seeing it as a child, and I was like at Pathmark, and I seen the game. I was like, this is for children. As a child, like, I'm not playing it.
Well, even as a kid, you thought it was for kids?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's some level of maturity I did not have.
Yeah, no.
I wasn't even close to that line thinking.
To me, like I think it was only like when I saw like Dora games or something like that. That's when I was like, that's for kids.
I would never.
Yeah, I'd never. Now, Kingdom Hearts is like my favorite. I know Simon has like feelings about it also. To me, it's like my favorite. It's like to Simon, it's Zelda.
Yeah, I think the Zelda series definitely is half to me. I'm trying to think if there's any close second, but I don't think there really is. I think it's just kind of Zelda as my number one, just because it's kind of what introduced me to the video game world. So that's kind of why I had the attachment. Not necessarily because I think it's the best, because I know it has its faults, but it's definitely just more so because I grew up with it.
You know what's funny? I think it's actually the same thing for me. I think like Kingdom Hearts was actually like my first serious introduction to gaming. Like
that makes sense.
Yeah, and I think like anything that really introduced you to something is what like kind of sticks with you the most.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean that kind of makes sense. It's biased. It's like this is where I started, and these are my boys. No matter what, Sora is one of your favorite characters, and Link is mine. Even though Link has no dialogue.
I don't know anything about Link.
I mean, there's not much to know. He's just a boy that can't speak and an adventure. Like, bet, got it, let's go.
Yeah, and Sora is just any other. Zeke, have you ever watched an anime?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know how Sora is.
Bet, so you've met Sora.
That's all. Yeah, you met Sora already. Like that's it. Like,
am I shonen? Yes.
Yeah, literally yes.
Every shonen character is Sora.
And every shonen main character is Sora.
We think it's the closest one, like Naruto, probably.
I always thought Luffy.
Really?
Now that I'm reading One Piece,
it's not Luffy.
Not Luffy?
No.
Then not Naruto.
I think Naruto. I fight for my friends, like.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I guess. Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
Fine. He's like a Naruto.
And then
there's a Sasuke in there also. Oh my God, there's a Sakura. So you know what? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is Naruto. It is Naruto.
God damn it.
But like instead of Neji, it's like Donald, and instead of like
instead of Rock Lee, it's Goofy.
Pretty much. Actually, yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Oh man.
And the Hokage is like Mickey Mouse. So yeah.
Man.
That just made me think. I'm talking about like how people like they have a lot of friends, and how like Naruto didn't have a lot of friends, and then you could be like, that's me, and then Gaara is me, and then Obito is me, and then
who the hell says Obito is me? Jesus Christ! Oh my God.
I was just about to say I never once met somebody who was like Obito is the most relatable character I've ever seen.
If anybody ever said that, I'm like, oh,
I'm like, so what happened in your childhood?
No, I'm leaving. If someone ever said like Madara is, that's my guy.
I witnessed the murder of my best friend by my other best friend.
That's how I feel about whenever somebody says that they're like in the Slytherin house. Like whenever someone says they're Slytherin, I'm like, oh.
So you're just psychotic.
So you're a murderer. Like, I'm out. Like I support Gryffindor. I'm Gryffindor, by the way. I support Ravenclaw and I support
Hufflepuff.
You're a Hufflepuff?
Yeah.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I'm Gryffindor all the way, baby.
Sucks for you.
Nah, baby. I'm always the main character.
Yeah, I know. Sucks for you. You have to actually do something.
Listen, as long as you're not Slytherin. As long as you're not Slytherin. Like that's all. Zeke, are you Slytherin?
I know watch Harry Potter or read it. So I kind of know what's going on.
Oh, for real? You never got into it?
Nah, I seen the books and I was like, those are kind of big.
Yeah.
And then the movies.
I get that.
He said, "Dang, that's kind of big."
It
bro.
is though. Yo, some of those books I was even as an adult because I got into it a couple years ago. I was like, I'm gonna finally read all the books and watch all the movies.
That's how I feel about Game of Thrones books. Where I'm like, damn, that's a journey.
That's never gonna get opened. But Harry Potter, I was like, damn. Some of those, like the first couple of books, I'm like, oh, this is easy.
Mm-hmm.
Later, it's like
going through it now.
just for one of them to be one of the worst ones too.
Yeah.
One of the biggest one in the series is to me the worst.
Isn't Half-Blood Prince like really bad? Is it
I love Half-Blood Prince. It was
The
Order of
book.
the Phoenix.
Oh, Order of the Phoenix, the book that no one likes, right?
Longest book, shortest movie. That tells you something.
They could have done like just.
You could have cut mad filler in there. So much filler. God. Fucking Harry Potter.
What else do you want about the brand, Zeke?
About the brand? So if you guys had that gaming, my brain just had a brain fart. You guys had a tournament.
No, you froze up.
Yeah, is it good now?
Uh-oh.
I think.
Sounds a little better, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it says my internet connection is unstable.
Oh, is the Airbnb being weird again?
Maybe it's us. It could be us.
Well, it sounds fine now, though.
Yeah.
Cool.
But what were you saying, Zeke?
You guys had the gaming tournament and everything. I was like, oh my god, I aspire to be like that. I have some type of organization with this podcast.
That's what's up. Thank you for that, man.
Yeah. It's that gaming tournament though took like.
It was stressful.
Yeah.
That was all day from morning till night. And I remember I answered for the first tournament for kids, and I think like maybe half of the adult, and that was just straining on the throat and the mind.
Simon's like weird special ability has ability to announce. Like I wasn't expecting that. Like you are really good at just picking up every minute detail, dude.
Yeah, I think it's just because I've watched a lot of actual Smash tourneys, so I kind of know exactly what I'm looking for. But it was actually surprisingly kind of fun, but just draining, dude. Oh my god, it's so much energy to put all that work into announcing.
I can imagine. I know. I feel like announcers go home like,
woo, $50.
But yeah, that was good, man. That was one of my, like I said, like one of our favorite memories, man. And if once life gets back to normal, man, you got to come through.
Yeah,
man.
we got to do a third one. Honestly, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Wait, Zeke, are you in the Bronx?
No, I'm Brooklyn.
Fuck.
Imagine just fuck. I was way off.
Shit.
So the way you had before the
We're
pandemic.
done here.
I went to go to it. And I was like, that's like far. It's in the Bronx. And then we had the pandemic. Like, I should have went.
Yeah, honestly, that would have taken how many hours to get up there? It was like all the way north, right?
It was like, yeah, super. Do you live by the 2 train?
No, if I could get there through the bus.
Through the bus. Yeah, it's like one of the last stops of the 2 train in the Bronx. So
I know. It's about that because we had to do
community
service. I don't know, parking around there.
Damn. Do you drive?
No.
Yeah, so
yeah, it would have been a tough time.
That would have been a bad time. But regardless, man, it was so many plans that we had, and then COVID happened, man. It was just, man. Even we were supposed to go to Japan. Me and Simon and a third friend of ours. That'd
be great content. Just a good time in general.
We would have vlogged the entire thing.
Mm-hmm.
We were gonna go to the opening of Super Nintendo World, which is
on February 4th, right?
February 2021. It's gonna open up, and it was supposed to open up last year. Then COVID happened, and it's just so sad because that was gonna be like our biggest moment, honestly. Like that was gonna be our favorite. I think honestly that has to be like a top like 20 moment, just walking through the Super Nintendo World.
Oh, it's gonna be huge for us, dude.
Yeah.
I would freaking lose my mind seeing that.
I'm gonna buy so much shit, and then COVID happened, and at the end of the day, it is what it is. We can't go there until life gets back to normal. So, damn, you good?
Yeah, I was tired of squatting.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. Nerd culture. It's that podcasting. So what's been enjoyable about this whole process?
What happened?
What's been enjoyable about this whole process?
Enjoyable?
Enjoyable.
Everything, honestly.
Yeah.
Even the stressful parts are enjoyable. I think the most enjoyable is just seeing people embrace it and enjoy it, whether that's a YouTube comment or the video game tournament. That's kind of the most fun part. I know we really suck at always getting back to those people, especially online, but just seeing people watch it for what it is and talking tells me they're actually listening to what we have to say. And it's not just we're putting out random content no one cares about. It confirms to me that this is needed. And I think that's the most enjoyable part about it.
Yeah.
That's working in a sense.
Those comments mean like the world, especially in the beginning.
Yeah.
When we had like less than like 100 subscribers, and even now we don't even have all that many subscribers. We only have like 500.
I think we just got 500 like a week ago.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something like that. We just reached 500,
Mhm.
and YouTube is a fucking hard game. I don't understand it still, and we've done it for a couple
You
of years.
just strike
now.
gold if you get lucky, but if you don't, then you're just getting the worst reviews on YouTube.
Yeah, but sometimes honestly, like it's like frustrating that we like. Sometimes it feels so frustrating that we haven't like gotten big, but at the same time, this feels like just one of those things that's like just trust the process,
Mhm.
especially and just knowing that we still get comments like regularly where people are like, how are you guys not bigger than you already are? And that's what keeps it going. It keeps us going because it's like people who do watch our content, as long as we're not saying anything controversial, like the top Mario games. We have an episode where we ranked our favorite Mario games, and people hated us.
We're not a fan of that at all.
Yeah, they did not agree.
But even
with
still,
us.
I like that because once again, it shows the conversation. People are listening.
Yeah, exactly.
Or like more important than people just giving us support or not giving support. I think even the better is conversation pieces. Like recently, we just made a guitar announce video, and there was somebody who told us, "Hey, here's some perspective. Toph being a masculine female is not always a good idea in any media outlet." And she explained to us why, or he explained to us. I'm not sure what they were, but they explained to us why that is, and that to me meant a lot. Because like, holy shit, I'm learning now through this platform, and if I'm learning, imagine what other people are experiencing when they kind of go through our content.
Exactly. Like, I don't know. Just seeing conversation happen, seeing that we're starting dialogues is just super important to us, and it's always a really fun and a really great treat whenever one of our videos blow up. And by blow up, I mean like a couple of thousand. Like our best video is our best discussion so far, at least based on audience perception, like how audience treated it, as opposed to like how we personally feel. Like our best video was an episode on Hunter x Hunter, the anime, where I finally binged it, and me and Simon had like an actual discussion on our overall thoughts on it, and it blew up in relative to our other content. And like the comments that came coming in was just like, you guys need to talk about this. I want to hear you guys talk about that. And we never got back to, we never followed up. Like we never had that, which is something probably on our ends that we need to work on better. Because like we also have had other videos. Like in our early days when we first started off, one of Simon's videos, like, at least that he spearheaded, was, what if Super Smash Brothers was a movie? How would that look like? And people
surprisingly did numbers.
Yeah, people vibed with that video, dude.
They're asking for more of that. Like, hey, where's the second part? I'm like, you guys want more?
I want to know what the sequel is looking like.
What? You guys want to hear more?
Because I already know you forgot your idea.
No, I remember it.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! I remember my idea. Like, where I had an idea how Smash Bros. Would look like as a TV show. He did a movie, and I remember my idea was lit. I don't remember yours.
The numbers on yours though.
I don't remember yours. I know yours involved like Baby Mario being key. Baby Mario? Didn't you start off with Yoshi's Island?
Yeah, but I didn't mention that Baby Mario was key.
Oh no, I meant more like Yoshi's Island, as a whole.
Yeah, I was like, Baby Mario wasn't key to the story.
Baby Mario is what starts off the Smash Brothers universe. He's the Nick Fury, not regular Mario. Baby
Mario. it's a time skip. You gotta read it for it.
Oh God. But yeah, people love that, man. Like, people were just like asking for like part two. And even though I'm not sure where Simon's head is at to really make a second part,
I gotta really sit down and think what that looks like.
Yeah, because we took a while really thinking about that.
Yeah.
But like stuff like that is just what really gets us going. Like, damn, people
want to hear this.
People love to hear our nerdy thoughts on nerdy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think at the end of the day, that's just what keeps us going. And it's like a matter of just trusting the process, because in the little that we've done as a side hobby, where me and Simon have, like, I work 2 jobs. Simon works like extremely demanding job as a senior position. Mm-hmm. Like, we have demanding lives, and yet we still manage to try to find a way to give time to this. And this side passion that we are giving time to, people are enjoying the discussion around it,
which
and
makes it so much worth it.
yeah, and it's just one of those things. We just gotta devote time, as long as we keep on devoting time to it and making sure that our passion is coming through.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's just, we have all the faith in the world that one day, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, we're not sure, but it'll happen, and we can make this our livelihood. And honestly, a life where I can just wake up and be like me. I know Simon agrees with this also. Like, if we can be like a voice in the community, like, that'd be huge.
Yeah.
Like, people want to know our thoughts on like this new a person of color in this anime that just came out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're gonna be like, hey, I think that's a really great representation.
Mm-hmm.
Or this or the third, or like, yo, in Miles Morales 2, the game came out. Like, yo, what do y'all think?
And then we can just dedicate ourselves full time to that. Would be ideal.
Yeah. Hey, Goku is the latest DLC character in Smash Bros. What do y'all think? I'm gonna be like, you capping.
Just respond to, why are you lying?
Like, Sakurai just announced it. What are you talking about? And I'm like, no, he didn't.
You think I'm stupid?
You think I'm stupid, bro? I'm not stupid. I'm slow. I'm not stupid. Gosh.
Yeah. And
yeah, man.
Some you like Zelda, like Link and Zelda. I mean, my first one was the DS game that came with the DS
That
Lite.
Spirit Tracks or Phantom Hourglass? One of those ones?
Yeah, it came with the DS Lite. And then
like one of those bundles?
Yeah. And I was like,
you remember enjoying it, or did you hate it?
Oh, I had puzzles, so I was like, no.
So you don't like Zelda? Then
at the first puzzle, he's like, "Oh, it's one of those games."
Yeah, I'm just gonna close that.
All right, bet. I'm loud and clear. Not my game. Gotcha.
To be frank though, Simon, you were the same way for like. I feel like you only fuck with puzzles in Zelda games.
No, but the thing is, I told you very clearly, there's certain puzzles that work and others that don't.
Gotcha.
Miles Morales puzzles are dumb. I don't like them. They're stupid. They kill the whole flow. Zelda, it makes sense. You're in a dungeon. There's like puzzles you have to go to activate stuff in the dungeon.
Yeah.
But Miles Morales is in the middle of saving New York, but he has to stop to make sure the trails get on the right rail, but he has to think about where they're lining up. Like, what the f- Shut up. Come on. Shut up. No, I'm not doing this.
To be fair, taking down the corrupt underground of New York City is a puzzle in itself, bro.
That's the biggest puzzle of all.
That's the biggest puzzle of them all.
Like Final Fantasy 7, I told you, like, in the middle of the game, you're really gonna do this weird crane game? Like, come on, man. That's not fun.
But the music was good.
It was overall good at first, but then you're stuck there for such a long time, it gets old so fast.
But the music overall.
The music overall is amazing.
It's good.
That game is fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
Anyway, Zeke, is there anything else you want to know, man? We gotta get some food in this. I'm starting to get pretty hungry. Not gonna lie.
Hungry?
Yeah.
All right.
It's been a while since we ate.
All right. So, thank you for coming. The last question is, what would you name your origin story?
That's hard. Do we play it cute by using a play on words or panic brothers, like don't panic? Or do we think deeper than that?
We can do way better than that.
Origin story name?
Panic Bros.
I hate you so much for making that reference.
Just R-E?
No, stop.
Colon?
Stop.
Panic Bros.
Dude, that's a hard one. If I had to think on the top of my head, I don't know what I would say, man. That's really freaking hard. Do you have any idea, like, what even close, like, something close, like a theme or like a...
Dude, I don't even know. The theme? Man, I don't even know. That's a good one. That's a good question.
That's a very good question.
Like, if that video game that Simon has or like my anime were to come out.
Yeah.
I feel like I would just have to keep it simple. Probably just Panic Bros.
I really don't know, man.
It'd be a good anime.
It's called Panic Brothers.
The Panic Brothers. Season 1 is the origin, and season 2 was us now. Then season 3, yo, you don't know what's gonna happen in season 3, but the villain is gonna be wild.
Dude, for a video game name, I'm really blanking. If I had to like honestly give an answer right now, I'd probably pull like a video game dev and just call it like Project Panic. You know when they do that when they're like, I don't know the name yet, so it's called Project something. We'll come back to you later.
You know for a fact that's what they're probably all thinking in those meetings. Like, what do we call this? It's the origin story. Shit, what did Resident Evil do? Panic Bros 0.
Do that. I don't know if I had to call it. I don't know, either Panic Brothers, Project Panic, or I don't know, something about just kind of working on your passion without really considering any drawbacks to it. Kind of just committing to something, but I don't know how to put that in like 1 or 2 words.
It's a long ass title, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how do you like work on a passion or commit to something?
Panic Bros, the magic begins.
Like, okay, well,
yeah, that's a wild reference. Wild reference.
I you know what? I'm gonna go with this. I like the words "we're all the same." And I can't say exactly why, but I think that'd be a cool name for a video game.
We're all Panic Brothers.
We're all the same. We're all the same.
We're all Panic Brothers.
We're all the same.
Zeke is a Panic Brother.
I think we're all the same would be a cool name for a video game.
The 20th anniversary special.
We're all the same.
20th anniversary special.
Can you just let me have this?
I'm giving it to you. The 20th.
You keep adding to it.
The 20th anniversary special, bro.
We're all Zeke. We're all 20th anniversary. We're all Plata Maduro.
Yeah, we're all the same. The 20th anniversary special of Panic Bros.
Shut up.
Whatever.
Just we're all the same. I do think that would be my answer though. Either that or just Panic Brothers. Fine with Panic Brothers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just Panic Bros.
Yeah. I hope that's good enough of an answer, Zeke. I don't think we really know where our heads at for the name and stuff.
All right, thank you. Let people know where they can find you.
Oh yeah, by all means, look us up on Instagram. Is probably our best location for just understanding what we're putting out and our contact info. That's just Panic Brothers at Instagram. And then for YouTube, you can also look at Panic Brothers. Our Twitch, also Panic Brothers. Most importantly, our podcast is the Panic Room, presented by Panic Brothers. You can find that on any place you find podcasts. So by all means, just give us a follow, subscribe, and watch our content.
Also, just to keep note, it's even though we're saying Panic Brothers, it's Panic Bros.
Yes, BROS, like Mario Brothers.
Yeah, like Mario Brothers. So like
keep that in mind.
Panic Bros on IG, Panic Bros on YouTube, and so on and so forth.
Exactly. So,
yeah, and the Panic Room is like you said, Panic Room as presented by the Panic Bros.
Exactly. Yep. Thanks you for having us, though, by the way. We really appreciate this.
Yeah, we really appreciate you, man. This is our first interview, man.
Yeah.
No problem, anytime.
This is dope.
All right, man.
That brings another episode of the Let's Get Podcast to a close. Again, you can find the Panic Room and more information about the Panic Bros by clicking the link in the description below or going to all major platforms. For next week, I have my friends Darius and Quinn Jones to speak about being black in America. I hope you tune in next day, and I hope to see you there.